Welcome to my video number 2 on how to teach ESL in a fun and productive way. The topic of today's video is an easy activity that would organically involve all 4 areas of language acquisition: speaking, listening, reading, and writing. So we start off with the speaking portion of the activity. I ask my students on Monday to tell the whole class what they did over the weekend. And while they are doing this, at the same time, I write the key phrases of what they were mentioning, like here, flea market, brother's football game, a pool in the neighborhood, a princess at a birthday party, and forth. So this is their listening activity and speaking activity. After everybody presented a couple of sentences today, I asked them for 2 sentences each. I turn the board around to the class and we read the keywords, key phrases together as a class and try to match them with the correct subject, which is a great, non-invasive, non-stressful way of introducing or reminding of the term subject in the sentence. So we have these names of all the students in the class. They have to match the name with the keywords. Now, after we went over it together, I'm asking them to write now the sentences in their notebooks. As a differentiated, scaffolded task for my beginner, I offer a list of verbs that could be matched with the subjects, with the names of students, and the key phrases and keywords. This way he has this support, this step already taken care of for him. He did have to translate some of them in Spanish in order to gain full understanding of the sentences he will be preparing. As the final step for everybody, I am asking them to choose one of their sentences, or I can choose one for them from their list in the notebook, and use this activity. I do have to tell you, this is not my original idea. I borrowed it from somebody on Facebook who posted a copy of a handwritten note. I typed it up in this format. So students take what I call a dry sentence. We stood outside for 20 minutes, like in this example. In our case, we can take, for example, Josh went to a flea market, and they make it juicier, as I say, and add one by one. They add words, descriptive words. For example, first they add an adjective. We stood outside for 20 miserable minutes. We can say Josh went to a busy flea market. Next would be to add a word that describes when, then where, how, and why. And at the end, we each read our sentences to the whole class. One more time, I'm gonna walk through how it incorporates speaking, listening, reading, and writing. We started off by speaking, presenting our little sentences about what we did over the weekend. At the same time, others were listening, and they had to really pay attention because I was writing keywords. And then the next step was asking them to read the keywords from my whiteboard and to match it with the subject, with the name of a student in the classroom. Then I asked them to write their sentences in the notebook using the names and the key phrases that I wrote down, and they worked on that independently. And I always post to write on the board exactly what is required from the students to alleviate any confusion. And then we expanded on our dry sentences and share them with the whole group.